Dark Matter is the ultimate camo in Black Ops 4 Zombies. Achieved by getting gold camo in every weapon, it's not so much of a hard task and more of a painstaking grind. This guide will help you speed up the process so you have it ready to show off when DLC free drops. Now there's a lot to cover in this video, so I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible to follow, whilst also taking up as little of your time as possible as well. Whilst most weapon camos require just kills or headshots, there are a couple of unique camos that need to be achieved in a certain way. These will be addressed at the later part of the video. First of all, what we're going to do is just give you a base setup as to how to do this in the most effective way. Map wise, you'll be mainly using Blood of the Dead on casual. This is for its great camping spots as well as lack of tough enemies. Use this map mainly for headshots, kills and for mini boss kills as well. The other map you'll want to be using is 9 on casual. This is to get your heavy kills. This isn't recommended for the standard kills and headshots, as the Blight Fathers get in the way too much and cause you way too much hassle. Setup wise, you're going to want to make sure that you have Mule Kick, Bandolier Bandit, Deadshot and Stone Cold Stronghold. These work best together to ensure maximum damage output whilst also leveling up the most weapons at the same time. If you're after a specific weapon box though, you may want to trade out Bandolier Bandit or Mule Kick for Time Slip to ensure that you can get it just a little bit faster. Super wise, you can choose anything you like, as just equipping it can help you get out of some sticky situations. Also, when it comes to equipment, you might want to use Rayfire. Again, that will help you get out of those tough situations just by turning around, facing the ground and throwing one on the floor. When playing solo, you only really need 2 elixirs. Anywhere but here can help you get across the map faster, and it will also serve as a nice safety measure, whilst Temporal Gift will help make your insta-kills last a little bit longer, ensuring you can get a few more headshots. The other 2 slots you can fill with whatever you like. I normally fill them with head scan and always done swiftly, however Pop Shocks is another brilliant alternative. Starting weapon wise, you're going to always want to start with the Welling unless you've already got gold camo in it. This is due to the fact that the gun cannot be achieved once you're inside a game. Once you're into a game, you want to start off by knifing the first 5 zombies that you see, keeping 1 alive. This is so that you can open up the first 2 doors, turn on the power and then open up the catwalk. Make your way across the catwalk, knifing every single zombie that you see to maximise the amount of points you can get. Remember to pop 1 shot at the warden at the end of the catwalk as well, to make sure that he spawns into the map to begin chasing you. This will be for a few extra points. Remember to keep an eye out for the round 1 zombie that will still be in the map. He's a lot slower than the rest of them, so he should be easy to see, but if you keep him alive it means you can get more done on round 1. Once you've made it inside the prison, you want to start collecting all the shield pieces, kill the warden that you spawned into the map, grab the blue essence and then head downstairs to turn on the power and get the last shield piece. With the power turned on downstairs, you'll now have another warden spawn in, giving you some extra points. You now have a choice as well. You can either build the shield downstairs in the docks, or you can build it upstairs in the jail. Personal preferences for the jail, because you can go straight up to Pack-a-Punch afterwards. With the shield now built, you can use the last zombie in the following dogs round to get the shield fully charged and get Pack-a-Punch open. Until around about round 25, the zombies are pretty non-threatening and don't really cause too much of a problem for yourself, so use this time to get yourself set up, get all the perks that you want and get any weapons upgraded that you want to be leveling up. With everything now set up and you've got everything that you need, you're ready to start the slow grind to the higher rounds to get all of those headshots and kills that you need. To help you get through the rounds just a little bit quicker, there's a couple of little camping spots that you can actually sit in around the map that helps you manage your zombies a little bit better. The first spot is located in the China Alley. So long as you didn't open up the gate to the docks, you can actually sit at the back here and you can have so much room to guide and manage the zombies as much as possible, giving you plenty of time to pick off the ones in the distance while also run around the ones that get too close. Next up is this spot in Sally Port. This is really quick and the zombies come thick and fast. The problem with that means that you can't use any slow weapons. Assault rifles and submachine guns can work well, but if you get overwhelmed, make sure to use your super or even your equipment to get out. The next spot, and a favourite for getting into the top rounds, is the top of Times Square. This spot is a lot tighter and you've even got a spawn just next to you, but due to the fact that the zombies have to climb to get up to you, it slows them down so much that you can actually control them so much more. This will become crucial in the later rounds when you're easily overwhelmed. The last spot to camp is on the upper gondola. This isn't really that recommended though, because the wardens spawn up here a lot less, which means that there's reduced chance of max ammo. The only saving grace to this, however, is the fact that you can always use the gondola as a quick escape. These are the best spots that I've found for camping on Blood of the Dead and helping you get to those high rounds really easy and really quickly, so you can focus on getting those headshots done as soon as possible. The other challenge that comes up on about 90% of the guns is to get heavy kills. Now this is best achieved on the map 9. Due to the Blight Fathers and the heavies taking a lot more hits, it's a lot harder to camp in this map. For this I recommend taking out Stone Cold Stronghold and replacing it with Stamina Up, and then making Deadshot your modifier to make sure that you're doing the most damage at all times. This map is a little bit more straightforward and easier than Blood of the Dead, so there's nothing really too much to do. Just set the map up as normal, get your Pack-a-Punch open, and get the weapons that you need. Then, from approximately round 15 onwards, you'll pretty much have heavy enemies to kill every single round. I've always found this a little bit more tedious than running on Blood of the Dead, just getting normal kills, so just bear with it and hopefully you'll get those gold camos in no time. As mentioned before, there's a couple of weapons that have some unique challenges which need to be addressed. First of all, we've got the Bowie knife. Now most of the challenges on this are pretty straightforward, however one of the challenges is to get crawler kills. Crawlers can be created by using explosive weapons such as a Pack-a-Punched Hitchcock or VKM to damage the zombie and hope that it turns into a crawler before it kills them. However, another way to complete this challenge is to go onto the Unsinkable Gauntlet. Round 12 here is just filled with crawlers, around 35, and to help make things faster, what you can actually do is restart this round up to 2 more times. This is done by getting killed by the last crawler zombie, meaning that it will restart the whole round. Doing this can get you up to 100 kills per gauntlet run, taking approximately 25 minutes to complete. This is the recommended way to get your crawler kills, as the first 11 rounds you can kill any zombies with any other weapons, meaning that you can work towards other camos while you're doing this one. The Welling is the next weapon we're going to talk about. Whilst it isn't really unique in its challenges, it's a challenge within itself. Because it's so weak, it's hard to get all the headshots for it. This isn't helped by the fact that its Pack-a-Punched form is explosive, and that doesn't count as headshots. There's a few things that can help you along with this. Firstly, always use it as a starting weapon at all times. It just means that in the first few rounds you can always get a few little headshots here and there before swapping it out. Another method is to keep the Welling with you at all times, even into the later rounds. Then, every time you see an insta-kill appear, pop your temporal gift before collecting it, and then pop as many headshots as you can while you've got the chance to get insta-kills. Lastly, if you want to just focus on getting it done, start up classified or normal. Then, while still on round 1, interact with the door to the right of the random box spawn in the main offices. This will spawn a load of Nova 6 creatures which can all be one-hit killed. You can also pick up a part of the teleporter in here which will spawn a few hellhounds as well. If you rinse and repeat this, you can easily get 40 kills plus in about 5 minutes. The M1927 has a unique challenge of vermin kills. This for the moment is only achievable through Blood of the Dead. Vermin is hellhounds, so with this challenge it's best just to keep the gun with you and equip it each hellhound appearance or even just on the hellhound rounds. Just to finish off the unique weapons, the Escargot on the Bowie knife cannot be bought on Blood of the Dead. This means that you'll have to complete these challenges in either classified or even 9. Here are just a couple of extra tips to help things run a lot smoother if you didn't know them already. Firstly, when using explosive weapons like the Helion Salvo, remember to use PhD Flopper for the kills with attachments. This also helps with the Hitchcock, VKM and Trebuchet upgraded. Remember to Pack-a-Punch your weapons 4 times to make sure you have the maximum damage. Before Green Tiger, to avoid the AATs or alternate ammo type losing your headshots, make sure your weapon has Kilowatt on it. This will hold the zombies so that you can get the headshots. Once you have Green Tiger, however, I find it best to have Brain Rot on one weapon and then either Kilowatt or Firebomb on the others. Cryo Freeze never seemed to help me too much, so I try to avoid it at all costs. Because you can't buy ammo from box weapons, it's recommended that you keep 2 box weapons on you at all times, and then in your 3rd slot use a wall buy weapon. This means that the later rounds, when max ammo pickups become a little bit scarce, you can keep buying ammo from the wall until you get one. If the challenge on your third weapon is one where you need to get kills without any perks, a great way to lose the perks but not the third weapon is to put one of your original 2 weapons in the Pack-a-Punch machine to disappear. Then you can get down to lose any perks you do have, meaning now you have no perks and the weapon you would have otherwise lost. And finally, you can use one-time elixirs and talismans, however this isn't really that recommended. Because you're going to be playing so many matches, you will end up using so many of them, it's a little bit wasteful and they're better used elsewhere. And that's all there is to it. Using these methods and tips, you should be able to speed up the process of getting this legendary camo. With most games taking a couple of hours and netting you a good 4,000 headshots, it'll still be a major grind, but hopefully you'll be able to go into DLC free showing it off. If you have any info, tips or tricks to help others out, please pass them on here and have a great day.